All right, good morning for those of you who just joined. We will get started in a Supta Baddha Konasana position, reclined bound angle on your back. Press the soles of your feet together, open your knees wide, recline all the way down onto your space. And just allow yourself to get comfy. You can even start with those blocks right away. You can place them underneath your knees for a little bit of additional support. Oh, hi, Emilio. Hi, AJ, Lishmakaki. For those of you just getting started, we'll start in a Supta Baddha Konasana position, reclined bound angle on your back. And you'll be able to see that in other people's Zoom screens. Hi, Zach. Supta Baddha Konasana. Open your knees wide. Relax your neck down into your space. If there's any other starting positions that sound good to you, go ahead and honor your body, honor your space, and take them here. Wherever you're at, begin to draw attention to your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose, fill up. Exhale, sigh out your mouth. One more like that, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, HA. Relax through your hips, through your knees. Send them into those blocks or into your mat. And I wanted to start off class with a quote this morning. This is from Cleo Wade, one of my favorite poets. The potential for our love to create a macro impact on the world is based on the amount of love we are able to put into our micro connections. Because all of our actions hold energy, everything we do has the power to affect another person. How do you treat others? How do you talk to people? Whether it is your best friend or a stranger, be someone who sees them, who affirms their dignity, and who honors their humanity. Be the person who gives someone the relief of knowing that the world ain't so bad after all. And as a lot of you know, today is a very special class because it is donation-based, and I will get into that a little bit later. But we start this process of change right here in the small micro community of yoga. And again, a little goes a long way. Begin to hug your knees in towards your chest. Stretch out there. Now from here, find a bicycle crunch setup in your legs. Extend your left leg long. Keep your right knee flexed in towards your face. Leave it at a hover here. Interlace your fingers behind your neck. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, crunch your right elbow over to your right knee. So it's the same body connection. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch it up. Continue here for a few more rounds of breath. Flex your right toes and your left toes in towards your face. Begin to activate through your obliques and through your abdominals. 2 more full rounds of breath here. Deep inhales and deep exhales. And begin to switch out the other side after your last exhale. Extend your right leg long. Flex your left toes in towards your face. Inhale, elevate your chest. Exhale, crunch left elbow to your left knee. Again, same body connection. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch it in. See if you can get your chest even further off of the mat. Maybe tap that elbow in towards your knee. We're here for 2 more. Nice and slow, really feel it through your body. And slowly release, hug your knees back in towards your chest. Take a happy baby. Open your legs out wide, flex your toes up to the ceiling. Root down through your sacrum, the low part of your back, and maybe rock from side to side. Flutter out your lips. Take more of those open mouth exhales. To cultivate a little more heat in our practice, you can seal your lips and take exhales like that rather than out through your mouth. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. Take a few rocks and rolls up to the top of your space. We'll meet in a wide-legged forward fold. Open your feet hips width distance. Bend through your knees. Now slowly come into a gorilla pose. Slide your palms underneath your toes, so really lift up your feet so you can do that. Massage your wrists out with your toes and allow your head to hang heavy. I'm going to give you a side body view as well. Really just hang your torso down towards your thighs. On every inhale, find more of a halfway lift through your spine. Gaze out towards the top of your space. On your exhales, melt the crown of your head down towards your mat. Gaze between your thighs. Inhale, find that elevation. Exhale, find that depth down towards your space. Bend into one knee, bend into the other. Rock your weight from side to side. Remove each hand out from under your feet. Draw your toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your palms up towards your shins. Gaze out towards the top of your space. Hold and breathe. Slide your shoulder blades together and down your spine. Gaze out right towards the top of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Your right foot is forward. Step your left foot back. Pop your left heel up off the mat. Option is spider finger your hands down onto your space or completely let them down. Just create enough space between your torso and your thigh to where your upper chest is working here. Drop your left knee down to your space. Inhale, crescent moon. Untuck your back toes. Elevate your arms to frame your ears. Hold and breathe here. Shift your weight forward and back. Just see what that does in your body. And slowly return to a neutral position. Flex your left glutes. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, capture your left wrist, side body stretch over to the right side of the room. Come up and over. Maybe even gaze over to the left side. Inhale, come back to center, elevate your arms. Exhale, switch it out. Capture your right wrist, pull it over to the left side of the room. Continue to frame your ear and your bicep together. Engage through your abdominals and a slight tuck of your tailbone. Inhale back to center. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your right leg. Come in towards your glutes and towards the back of your mat. So keep your left leg bent. This is where you can utilize your blocks underneath your fingertips for a little bit more support if you'd like. Flex your right toes up towards your face. And just begin to rock your weight back. It's the first half splits, doesn't have to be super deep. We're just warming up through the hamstrings this morning. Slowly return back to a low lunge. Straighten through your back leg, elevate it up off the mat. Inhale, high plank. Step your right foot back, keep your feet hips width distance, hold and breathe. Gaze out towards the top of your space. Flex your glutes, press your navel up towards your spine. Gaze up and out. Really press the mat away with your thumb and your index fingers. Dome the tops of your shoulder blades together. Inhale, shift your weight forward onto your toes. Exhale, lower down all the way onto your mat, setting up for cobra pose. Untuck your back toes, plant your palms underneath your shoulder blades. Inhale, cobra. Peel your chest away from the mat, gaze up and out, breathe here. Hug your shoulders together and back down your spine. See if you can lift up just a little bit higher. Keep your feet rooted down onto the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower your forehead down to your space. Inhale, tuck your toes. Option to move up into a high plank or to a tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come up and back. Pedal out your legs. Bend into one knee, bend into the other. Maybe drop your feet to one side. Switch sides if you did that. Just warm up through your side bodies. Inhale, come high onto your toes. Exhale, melt your feet down into your space. We take that on the other side. Inhale, elevate your left leg high, flex your toes. Exhale, low lunge. Root down through your toes. Inhale, drop your back knee, crescent moon. Frame your ears and your biceps. Breathe here. Untuck that back toe, so allow it just to rest onto your space. Square your hips forward. You may have to squeeze your left hip crease back a little bit. Flex your left glute for stability. Inhale. Exhale, side body twist over to the left. Capture your right wrist. Draw it up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, half splits. Rock your weight back. Straighten through your front leg. Keep a micro bend, so a super soft bend in that left, in that left leg. Flex your toes to your face. Continue to square your hips here as well. Option to bring those blocks underneath your palms. Gaze up and out. Maybe draw your chest even closer towards your straight leg for more intensity through your hamstrings. Slowly begin to rock your weight forward. Come into that low lunge. Tuck your right toes, lift your right leg. Inhale, high plank. Step your left foot back. Breathe here. Find that same strong setup. Maybe you need to lower your glutes a little bit more to find more activation through your core. Continue to gaze out towards the top of your space rather than straight down. Create more length in your neck. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. We take that cobra pose again. Tuck your toes, inhale, cobra pose, peel your chest away. Keep your feet rooted down the entire time, little to no weight in your hands. So your back and your core are really doing the work here. Inhale, 1 inch higher. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, tuck your toes, high plank or a tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, come up and back. All right, we flow through that, moving breath to movement. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon, drop your back leg. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, straight to high plank. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. As always, 2 more rounds on your own. I won't be guiding you, just allow your body to move. Begin whenever your next inhale starts. You can do the same exact sun A that we just took. You can add, you can subtract. Do whatever feels good in your body. The only thing I ask is that you continue to link breath to movement. So as I mentioned at the beginning of class, also 2 more rounds. I don't know if I said that. And then when you're done, we'll be back in a downward facing dog. So as I was saying in the beginning of class, this one's a super special one because it's donation based. So for every person here, I will be donating $1 on my behalf. And we have 4 members of the community who will be matching my donations. So it'll be quadruple of what we have. And everything is going towards A Conscious Kid, which is a nonprofit that works to create critical conversations about race early on in a child's life. And they do this by donating books about activism, about resilience, about empowering youth, to schools, to museums, to places where children are. And we spark these conversations early on and start this movement of empowerment and resilience. So I'm super excited about this nonprofit. I work with a first grade classroom, and the first grade teacher was also saying that it's one of her absolute favorites. So I feel like books are one of the best ways just to promote those conversations. And they're a very efficient and practical tool. So every single book is focused on underserved communities or racial minorities. And we're amplifying their voices through the power of reading. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Let this be a reminder that your presence matters. It literally does, because for every person I'll be donating on your behalf. Your actions matter by showing up to yoga. And that you ultimately matter as well. Beautiful movements. No rush to get there. When I see everyone in down dog, we'll keep moving on. You're in your downward facing dog. Just pedal out your legs. Continue to unite your breath. Beautiful. All right, most of you are there. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift your spine, slide your palms up to your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, shift your weight into your heels. Elevate your arms to face your ears. I'll give you a side body view as well. Draw your tailbone down, knit your ribs together, hold and breathe. Squeeze your outer glutes. You can even play around with that. You'll really feel that in the outer edges of your body. Sink even lower and towards your heels. If you have any low back pain, separate your feet hips width distance. And trust that you know what's different between pain and a challenge. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your head down. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, sink down, sink low. Knit your ribs together. Hold and breathe. Relax your shoulder blades down your spine. Maybe your inner thighs start to shake a little bit more. Maybe your glutes start to turn on. Get to that intensity, sink even lower. Trust your body, trust your depth. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, chair pose. Down and low. Let this be your deepest one yet. Gaze down towards the top of your space. Allow your breath to be steady. Maybe even give yourself a smile. I feel like whenever I teach and I cue people into chair pose, everyone's staring at me like, oh, when are we going to get out of this? But the way to get out of things is to push through. You kind of have to sit with it for a while, feel it out, and then you'll begin to grow out of that. And it'll feel a little more comfortable than it did during the first time. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Pedal your feet out at the bottom. Take a few rounds of breath here. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, low lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Plant your palms down. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Shake it out. Exhale, connect your right knee over to your right tricep. Very similar to what we did in the beginning of class when we were crunching on our back. Gaze towards the top of your space. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Seal your back foot down. Inhale, warrior two. Come up and out. Tee out your arms, bend into your front leg. Hold and breathe. Draw your right knee out towards the right outer side of your mat, so towards the pinky side edge of your foot. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Really press them down towards your space. Gaze towards the top of your fingers. Deep breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and down. Draw your right arm and your right leg to connect. Elevate your left arm high. Gaze up towards the top of your palm if that feels comfortable in your neck. Option to gaze down as well or straight ahead. Continue to bend through that front knee. Root down through the left side of your foot. Inhale, reverse warrior. Come up and over. Left palm to your left leg. Right arm reaches up and out. Option to gaze towards the left side of the room and down towards your foot. Just allow yourself to breathe. Relax your top shoulder away from your ear. Deep breath in. Exhale, high plank. Press your palms towards the mat. Root down through your left hand. Inhale, side plank. Draw both feet on top of one another. Send your right arm high to the sky. Continue to breathe here. Bump up your hips. Work through your obliques. And just breathe through it. Press the mat away with your thumb and your index finger. Option to separate your feet for lower intensity here. Inhale. Exhale, high to mid plank. Shift your weight forward, lower down halfway. Hug your elbows in towards your ribcage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Untuck your back toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Make that connection. Get it as high onto your tricep as possible. Keep your shoulders shifted over your wrists. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Bend through your left knee. Make sure that your heels are in line with one another. Gaze out towards the top of your space. Steady inhales and steady exhales. Bend even deeper so that your left knee stacks over your left ankle. Now draw that left knee out towards the pinky side edge of your foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, extend to side angle. Shift your weight forward. Elevate your right hand up. On every inhale, find more length. On every exhale, find more twist up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse warrior. Tap your right palm lightly towards your right leg. Reach up and over with your left hand. Now, once again, find that side body stretch. So square your chest towards the wall that you're facing. Relax top shoulder from your ear. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Right palm is your base. Inhale, side plank. Open up, roll onto your feet. Option is stack your feet on top of one another or stagger them. Wherever you're at, lift up out of your bottom obliques, get a little bit higher. Maybe begin to shake a little bit here, but breathe through it. You are strong, you are powerful. Give yourself those affirmations. Reach your left hand even higher up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to mid plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, root down, come up. Exhale, extend to side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank. Left palm is base, inhale, side plank. Exhale, high to mid plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend to side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, side plank, right hand is base. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Beautiful movements. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank. Left palm is base. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, side plank, right palm is base. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, pedal out through your feet. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. One more like that, deep breath in. Exhale out. One more like that on your own. So just like in Sun A, I won't be cueing you. You'll start with your right leg high. Link your breath to your movement. And if you forget, just make it up. It's just yoga, not a big deal. Beautiful movements. After that left side, we meet back in a downward facing dog. So as most of you know, and have taken my classes, they can get kind of hard. I'm notorious for that. But today's Sun B was a little bit simple intentionally. I realized that as I've been home, as there's been extra distractions and I don't have a studio space to practice that's nice and quiet, I've been enjoying linking breath to movement. There's so much beauty and groundedness in hearing your own breath move with your body. So rather than cueing you through that, I wanted to keep it simple enough so that you can feel that in your body as well. Down dog is where we meet. We'll add on a little bit here. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Hold it here. You may know where we're going. If hurdlers poses in your practice, we'll meet there. Hike your right knee even higher onto your tricep. Shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Hook your left hip onto your left elbow. Extend your right leg long. Begin to shift your back leg in so maybe it elevates up off the mat. Flex your toes to your face. Don't talk while doing it. And just trust your body wherever it lands. Release down. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Hold here, find a half bind in your top arm. Sweep your left palm back and down so that it rests onto your right thigh. Bend even more into that right leg. Option to find a full bind. Take your right hand under your thigh. Connect your wrists so they're right behind your back and kind of right on the top of your hamstring. Option to try on birds of paradise here. Walk your left foot in. Frame your feet together so that they're both at the top of your space. Left foot is base. Begin to elevate your right foot up. Option to hang out here and breathe. Option to extend your right leg high to the sky. Yeah, Nikki, beautiful. Few rounds of breath here. Slowly begin to lower down. Unwind through your steps. We meet in that extended side angle. Elevate your left hand up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, side plank. Left hand is base. Hold and breathe here. Elevate your right foot up off the mat. Yeah, so it's in the air. Flex your toes to your face. Now from here, find those crunches, elbow to knee. Connect towards the midline of your body. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, crunch it in. Not here for long. Work through your obliques. Just give me 2. Side plank on 1, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, connect left knee to left tricep. Bend your arms to 90, gaze up and out. Begin to kick your left leg out. Maybe draw your right leg up to the sky. We hold for 3. Just 2. Inhale, left leg high on 1. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Find that half bind. Right palm comes out and back. Allow your fingertips to rest on your thigh. You can totally hang out here. Work on that expansion of your chest up towards the ceiling. Option to try on a full bind. Left palm comes under, and you capture your fingertips together. From here, continue to draw the crown of your head forward. Maybe try on birds of paradise again. Walk your back foot in. Frame your feet towards the top of your space. Begin to elevate your left leg high. Option to hang out here, work on the balance. Yeah, Emilio, you're right there. Option to extend your left leg high to the sky. Beautiful, Ali. Hold here, breathe. Expand through your chest. Slowly begin to lower back down. We meet in an extended side angle. Take 1 full round of breath here. Just catch your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank. Right palm is base. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, elevate that left leg high. Deep breath in. Exhale, crunch elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend. So strong, exhale, crunch it in. Make every movement intentional. Really engage through your obliques here. Full rounds of breath. Last one here, inhale, side plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees, child's pose. Press your toes to touch. Expand your knees wide. Draw your forehead down to your space. Rock your head from side to side. Acknowledge how you're feeling right in this moment. Is your heart rate elevated? Are your hips a little bit more open than they were in Supta Baddha Konasana at the beginning? Just acknowledge. Melt your hips even closer in towards your space. And slowly rock up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Arch through your spine, gaze out. Exhale, cat. Press navel to your spine, gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. A few more here. At your in breath, at your in peace. You can add in any movements as always. Rock your hips from side to side, roll out your wrists. And slowly just have a seat, grab some water, towel off. Beautiful work. Perfect. And we'll get started in a forward fold when you're all toweled off and in your water. Just begin to pedal into one leg and to another. Slowly begin to roll all the way up to a standing position. Shrug your shoulders together and down your spine at the top a few times. Just open up, loosen here. Prepare for eagle pose. Draw your right arm under the left. Option to grab for opposite shoulders here for any shoulder pain. Option to clasp your palms together. Sink down, sink low as if you were in a chair pose. Now wrap your right leg over your left thigh or all the way down for a double wrap. Hold and breathe here. Draw your elbows up to shoulder height. Press your arms away from your face. Your ribs will want to flare out here, really tuck everything in. Focus on drawing your tailbone down to the ground and engaging through your abdominals. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale your right leg high, unravel it, flex your toes to your face. Exhale, eagle armed airplane. Keep your arms exactly where they're at, just hinge your torso forward. Kick your right leg back behind you. So we're balancing on our left leg here. Square your hips down. You may have to shift your right hip crease down a little bit here. Flex your toes towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Keep your feet exactly where they're at. Just sweep your arms back behind you. Kiss your shoulder blades to touch. Continue to gaze out and down. Deep breath in. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Step your right foot back. Sweep your arms forward. It's just like a crescent moon that we did at the beginning of class. But now we are elevated. Hold and breathe. Root down through your right foot. Rotate it to a 45-degree angle, setting up for warrior one. Continue to bend through your left knee. Seal your right foot down completely and work on squaring your hips forward. Yeah, beautiful. You may have to take a manual adjustment in your hands. And if they're not totally forward, that's fine. Our bodies are all different. Relax your shoulder blades down. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten through your front leg. Hinge your body forward. Draw your palms onto your blocks or onto your mat. Allow the crown of your head to work towards your front big toe. Keep a soft bend in your front knee. Slowly begin to bend through your front knee. Meet me in a low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your big toes to touch at the top of your space. Slowly begin to roll all the way up to standing. You take that on the other side. Send your left arm down underneath your right, setting up for eagle pose. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Sink down, sink low. Option to find those same layers in your arms and in your legs. Keep your spine nice and straight. Everyone looks good on the screen. Now press your arms away from your face. Feel the backside of your body turn on just a little bit more. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Begin to unravel your feet. Inhale, elevate your left toes. Exhale, eagle armed airplane. Hinge your body forward. Kick your left leg back. And even here, continue to press your arms away from your face. Really feel that in the back of your shoulder blades. Send your left hip crease down a little bit more to square with the right. Really kick that left leg back. Keep your legs exactly where they're at, airplane pose. Unravel your arms. Sweep them behind you. Engage your torso up away from your thigh. Deep breath in. Exhale, step your left leg back, high crescent lunge. Frame biceps to your ears once more. Keep a soft bend in that left leg. And once your hips are nice and square, once your tailbone is down, you can begin to straighten that back leg. Take it slowly. Inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Send your left foot down to a 45-degree angle. So my right heel and my left heels are both in line with one another. Keep that nice bend in your right leg. Begin to square your hips forward. Rotate the top of your left thigh towards the top of the ceiling. Find that internal rotation that will square your hips forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, pyramid pose. Fold over your top leg, straighten out through your right leg. Draw the crown of your head down and forward towards your big toes. And just begin to breathe here. Square your right hip back a little bit. For more intensity, straighten your right leg even more. Deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Bend through your right knee, elevate your left leg, straighten it. Inhale, high plank. Sweep your feet back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Send your right knee towards the top of your space. It's kind of like a pigeon, but your knee is exactly forward. I'll show you from here also. Right knee forward, left leg back. Untuck your back toes. Press the mat away. Deep breath in. Exhale, option to lower down onto your forearms or onto that block. Allow your head to hang heavy. Untuck your back toes if they're not untucked already. Now creep your fingertips forward a little bit more so you can provide more length through your spine. Slowly begin to walk yourself back up. So you're in that strong sitting position, chest is elevated. Shift your weight onto your right hip. Extend your left leg long to the left side of the room. Sweep your palms to face towards your ears. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your left foot. Flex your toes to your face. Find length through your spine and through your neck. Slowly begin to release out of it. Come onto your knees. So just stand up onto your knees, untuck your back toes, set up for camel pose here. Draw your palms towards your sacrum behind your back. Now squeeze your elbows in towards one another rather than letting them bow out. Flex your glutes, gaze out towards whatever's right in front of you. Just nice parallel chest and gaze. Deep breath in. Exhale, begin to walk your gaze up towards the ceiling. Engage through your core, continue to draw your tailbone south, and allow your gaze to slowly come up and over. We work here from our chest rather than from our back, so continue to hug your elbows in towards one another, and keep your back nice and strong and steady. Slowly come back down out of it. Plant through your palms, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Left knee comes straight forward, parallel with your mat. Untuck your back toes. Come up high, option to work here, option to fold over. Send your palms out forward first and then allow your head to rest heavy. Breathe into your left hip crease. Allow it to soften even more. Slowly begin to come back out of it. Shift your weight over to your left hip crease. Extend your right leg long towards the right side of the room. Rotate your chest so it's facing the right side. Sweep your arms above head. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Flex your right toes towards your face. And allow your body to just hang heavy here. And in these silent moments, without the blanket of music, hopefully without any distractions, allow your breath to be that sound. Allow your breath to be nice and heavy. And allow it to ground down your body as well. Slowly come back up. Extend your left leg long to meet your right. Inhale, both arms overhead once more. Exhale, seated forward fold. Grab for both of your feet this time or for whatever's accessible in your body. Then begin to hinge through your hips. For more of a hamstring stretch, find more lengthening through your legs, really straighten them. If you're looking for a more restorative version, maybe more release in your low back, bend your knees a lot and then just hang your head heavy over them. You can even find that beautiful in between ground here. Slowly begin to come back up. Scoot your butt closer up onto the top of your space. Root down through your feet. Lower all the way down, setting up for a bridge pose. Walk your feet in so that your fingertips can graze the backs of your heels. Inhale, elevate your hips, bridge pose. Root down through your heels. Spread your palms nice and wide. Bump up your hips 1 inch higher. Keep your breath steady here as well. We tend to clench our glutes here, see if you can release them. Allow your abdominals and your inner thighs to do the work here. If your knees are bowing out to the sides, hug them back in so that they're nice and parallel. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. We'll take 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, bridge pose, elevate up. Root down through your shoulder blades. Hold and breathe. Once again, hug your thighs in towards one another. And release your glutes at the top. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, pop your hips up off the mat. Option to move into wheel pose if that's in your practice. Expand through your chest. And even here, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Really shrug them down and towards your mat. Inhale. Exhale, release. Supine figure 4. Keep that left foot rooted down. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex your right toes to your right knee. Option to find more intensity here. Interlace your fingers underneath your left thigh. Hug your knee in towards your chest. Now take your right elbow, press it into your right knee so that it opens up a little bit more through your hips. Flex your left toes towards your face if you lifted it up off the mat. If you want even more here, draw your knee closer in towards your chest. You'll feel your outer hips and your glute work a little bit harder. Wherever you're at, find a place where you can just breathe while still finding a deep stretch through your body. If you threaded the needle, aka if you're interlacing your fingers underneath your thigh, just release that. Everyone cactus your arms out to the side, root down through your shoulder blades, goalpost them, Now take your right foot, twist it over to the left side of the room. So right foot is down. We're in the same exact leg variation. We're just in a little bit of a twist now. Gaze towards the right side of the room. Root down through your shoulder blades. Hug your knees back in towards your chest. Switch out your legs. Root down through your right foot. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Flex your toes to your face. Root down through your back. Option to stay right here. Option to thread the needle. Hug your knee even closer to your chest. Use your left elbow to open up your left thigh a little bit more. Release any grip on your shoulders, just allow them to melt down. Release any tension in your face, allow it to grow nice and soft. Draw your legs over to the right side of the room this time. Cactus out your arms, gaze towards the left. Allow your body to hang heavy. Draw your knees in towards your chest, hug them in. Expand them long for happy baby. Grab for your feet, your thighs, your calves, whatever's accessible. Flex your toes up, rock from side to side. Maybe bend one knee, extend the other, play with that. And slowly return back to your knees hugged in towards your chest. Rock your forehead up to your knees, make that connection. Tighten through your legs, your arms, your face, your shoulders. Just clench everything up here for one round of breath. And on your exhale, release it all into your final resting pose. Option to take Shavasana or anything else in your practice. Extend your legs long. Draw your arms by your sides. Really melt down into your space. I'll guide you out when it's time. Allow gravity to completely take over here. Stay exactly where you are in your Shavasana. You are exactly where you need to be. As we create more connections through this little but mighty yoga community, we cultivate more power to change even broader things around us. A little love truly goes a long way. And with the help of all of you, we'll be donating a good amount of money that will be quadrupled by other donations. Your presence matters. Your voice matters, your actions matter, your thoughts matter. Allow your energy to flow in the direction of your thoughts. Begin to wiggle out your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll out your wrists, your ankles. Rock your neck from side to side. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll on to one side, use your bicep as a pillow. Even at 10:30 in the morning, you have the power to find this little rebirth, this recentering, and to take it with you for the rest of your day. Begin to rock yourself back up to a seat at the top of your space. Cross your legs, keep your eyes closed. Draw your palms to heart center. Shrug your shoulders together and down your spine, puff up through your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out your mouth. One more like that. Deep breath in, a little more love, a little more light. Exhale, share it out with this community. Take your fingertips to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. The light and the love in me honors the light and the love in each and every one of you. We bow forward to seal in our time, our practice, and our commitment together. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you for showing up, for showing your presence, your actions, and for, just showing up for this entire community. If you had more than one person on Zoom, let me know so I can count their donation as well. I don't want to underestimate it. And again, your presence matters. So allow yourself to show up for those things that you care about and to make those changes. A little love truly goes a long way. And I thank all of you for showing up for your practice, for yourselves, and for an even wider cause than yourself. Also, this was the first